Today, we are going to be talking about why new construction is more affordable than a pre-existing home. Before we get started, today's unsponsored beer is Paulaner.
That is not correct.
Paulaner. A grapefruit radler. It's a brewed in Germany beer. I am not excited about this because I hate grapefruit, can't even pronounce the damn fruit. But I don't always get to pick my beers, so this is the second worst thing the Germans have done.
Yikes.
Smells like canned peaches. That tastes oddly good. It's not too grapefruity. It's really good. It's like almost a Capri Sun, but not quite a Capri Sun, because nothing will ever beat a Capri Sun. Let's get into today's topic. Why new construction is more affordable. We're going to break up this topic into three different sections. The first is going to be more the short term, which is going to be your cash out of pocket, your closing costs and your down payment. The second is going to be your actual monthly payment, a loan such as FHA, VA, or conventional. For the third category, we are going to take into consideration the maintenance and cost of the home over a longer period of time. So, for the first thing, when you're purchasing a new construction home from a builder, this does not always, play into when you're going fully custom and you're building from the ground up. But most production or tract builders, such as, the bigger names that you see throughout the United States, they will pay a large, if not entire portion of your closing cost. You have to bring the down payment legally. The closing cost anyone can pay. So your cash out of pocket, your upfront expenses to move into a new construction home, generally going to be cheap, which means in the short term, your cash out of pocket or the money that's required to get into the home is going to be a lot less than if you were to go into a pre-existing home. Now, can a seller of a pre-existing home also pay your closing cost? Yes, but that's not always the case, and most of the time, it's likely not going to be as much as a builder would be willing to pay. The second thing we're going to be talking about is going to be your monthly payment. Now, when you're comparing apples to apples, right? So your $200,000 home to your $200,000 home, pre-existing versus new construction, your monthly payment is going to be not significantly cheaper. To be honest, I'm not going to sell you and tell you, hey, your monthly payment is going to be so much more cheaper. No, but it will be a little bit cheaper because your homeowner's insurance on a pre-existing home is going to be slightly higher than that of a new construction home. Why? Because home insurance companies know that you're more likely to have more issues up front or pretty much inevitably with a pre-existing home versus that of a new construction home. New construction homes also have a lot of warranties, so for that reason, your rates may be lower. Now, some builders, most builders, especially those larger tract builders, have relationships with lenders which may give you favorable loan terms, whether that be a specific loan type or a slightly reduced interest rate or whatever it is. Those things, every single little number can make a significant difference on your overall monthly payment. So while the bulk of your savings may be spread out, right, because you may be only saving, let's say $50 to $100 a month, over 30 years, that savings could really, really, really add up. And the third thing, maintenance cost. When you buy a house, anyone who's ever owned a home will tell you it seems that the moment you buy a house, everything breaks. And the truth is that's just what wear and tear does to a home. So when you buy a new construction home, you know for a fact you're not going to need to buy an air conditioner anytime soon. You're not going to need to put in new windows anytime soon. And you're not going to need to put in a new roof anytime soon. When you buy a pre-existing home, that roof may be 3, 4, 5, 9, 10 years old. That water heater may be the same. The HVAC may be the same. So the reality is within the next 10 years, you're likely going to be looking at having to make these type of repairs. So the cost of maintenance for a pre-existing home versus a new construction home is substantially different. If you take into consideration that large expense, such as a new roof or a water heater or whatever it may be, to get your house up to par, and you break it up over a monthly payment, if that was an option for you, your monthly payment for your house is going to be significantly higher than that of a new construction home. Now, let's be very, very realistic. There are cons to a new construction home. The biggest one, honestly, is going to be location. And I encourage you guys to look at our video on the pros and cons of a new construction home. But when you're comparing apples to apples, a $200,000 home to a $200,000 home, the overall cost of living in a home for 5 to 10 years, it's going to be cheaper to get into a house, to pay for a house, and to maintain a home over the course of time. The reality is, if you're watching this, you're probably in the market for a new construction home, or you know someone that's in the market for a new construction home, and you or they may be price sensitive. And the truth is, you want to be working with someone that not only understands what it's like to purchase and be a part of the new construction world, but you also need to know someone that understands and works well on what it's like to finance a new construction home. Here at NewBuilt.Realestate, all we do is new construction. So if you or anyone you know is in the market for a new construction home, please like and subscribe and comment below. I want to talk with you. See you guys on the next one. Cheers and see you soon.